Hey, buddy, Steve Garfield from stevegarfield.com. We're still in Las Vegas, New Media Expo, and finally we've gotten outside. We've been inside for like all the past 2 days. It's freezing inside the conference center, and it's like 150 degrees outside. But we found a guy on a bench, and it's Brian. And I'm going to ask you, Brian, why don't you tell the people who you are and what's up? What do you do?
Well, my name is Brian, obviously, and I do a billion different things. I think we all do, being media producers here or whatever. But I'm actually here with Raw Voice, parent company of Blubrry, which is a podcasting community. We've been in the space for about four and a half years now. We put out Podcaster News was our first one, and it was just a community of podcasters with short-term podcasts, about 5 minutes long, and we've expanded. And our big offering now is Blubrry, Blubrry, it's Blubrry, no E's. And that was my cell phone.
Cool, nice ringtone. Oh.
And
What are they yelling on this phone?
Remember that deodorant?
By Menon.
Yeah.
Nice.
One day we came up with the we were talking about what would be a cool ringtone. I'm like, just an old jingle, and I thought of that one up and found it, made it, and put it on there. And there was a couple others we wanted to do. But anyways, we started Blubrry, and that's our big podcast community / social network / directory. But on top of that, we do a bunch of things for the podcasters. We started the company virtually. We all met online as podcasters. And so we were trying to find offerings that would help podcasters, get their advertising and all that kind of stuff. So we created this Blubrry community so that they can go in, and now we let them host their content on our site. We have the most detailed stats system in all of podcasting for measuring their downloads and figuring out who the content is. We have a WordPress plugin now, so you can just do podcasting out of WordPress. We can tie our system into your blog and cross-post back and forth and send all your stuff to Twitter. We do all this stuff for the podcaster in the back end. They can have their own blog right off our site, and just all kinds of stuff, total custom branding, anything they want to do, straight for the podcaster. And it's been working. We have 2,500 podcasters in our community right now, and they're all making money doing podcasting.
So how are they making money? Are you helping them do that?
Yeah, in fact, that's one of the big things that we do is we represent them essentially by them joining the network, and by their choosing, we represent them, and they fill out a little advertising survey, and it's tied to Twitter, so all the Twitters.
Oh yeah.
But by filling out our survey, it gives us demographics about their show, so we know. And then the advertisers come to us and look at all the shows, and they're like, oh, those shows look interesting. We want to advertise for this, and we'll pay this much. So then we go to the advertiser and say, there's a company that's willing to...
You go to the podcaster?
Yeah, so we'll go to the podcaster and say, there's an advertiser willing to pay this much. And then if they're interested, they say yes, and then we'll give them the scripts or whatever they need to do to read on their show. And
They just do a live read of whatever on the show.
Yeah, we don't do insertion of audio or video or anything like that. We would like it to fit in with their show. Again, we're podcasters, and that's what we feel works.
Oh, that's interesting. So what are some of the shows on the network that people might want to check out? Like, if they wanted to check them out, what URL do they go to start?
You can go to Blubrry.com. That's Blubrry with no E's. And just do a search right there. We have the main page has like the most popular picks, the juicy stuff, which is like a dig-like thing. It's got a whole social network added to it, so you can add friends and comments. And all that.
What podcasts might people know, or ones that you like?
The big one on our show, the big show on our network is Grammar Girl.
Oh yeah, I know her, Mignon. Yeah.
Yeah, she's.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then all of her shows are on your, so her whole
network's all using our Blubrries for advertising.
Oh,
things like that.
Okay, good.
Geek News Central, Todd Cochran. He's been around from day one. He's actually our CEO. His show is on there as well. And I'm trying to think some others that have been big. One we work with a lot is Feast of Fools. Fausto, do you know him at all?
I don't.
Okay,
but I'll have to check it out.
His whole group's on there. All the travel, the medical podcasts are all on there. It's just totally across the board. And like I said, there's about 2,500. And even if you're hosting somewhere else, you can list on our site.
Oh, wow.
Take advantage of our advertising and our statistics and all that.
Okay, so you do audio. Do you do video?
We do audio or video. We have our system has a player too that takes care of both. And all you have to do is just add your RSS feed if you're hosting somewhere else, and then it'll pull all the data right in there. And you're good
Oh,
to go.
that's great. I hate to have to like re-upload anything. You just RSS feed.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Totally.
That's a smart way to do it.
Well, what else we've done is we've given the ability so that, let's say you're a consumer that you listen and watch podcasts.
Yeah.
You can go onto our site and create an account and pick all your favorite shows and create a custom RSS feed of all those shows.
Oh, and get them all delivered on one.
Exactly. So that was the first thing, patent pending technology, the first thing we did, and that came out with Podcaster News, and we've implemented it along all our communities. And we've also set up the engine that runs all this, where we license that to people that are interested to do their own network.
Oh.
So say someone wants all this functionality and wants to create their own podcast or their media network, they're able to do that by just working with us, and we can license in totally full branding. The perfect example is pulpgamer.com, I think it is.
Yeah.
And they deal with board games like I'm trying some of those kind of independent board games.
Mm-hmm.
That whole field. Well, they have a network of podcasts, and they have their own social network site that's all running on our system.
Wow, smart. Okay. Well, great. Thanks for telling me about it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, this was cool. So while we're outside, let's just take a little walk here, and let me just show you guys what the parking lot looks like at the Las Vegas Convention Center. This whole parking lot's going to be gone. They're like redoing this whole convention center area, and this is going to be all grass out here. And then as you look and see what we have in the distance, there's the Encore Hotel, and it looks pretty close, but actually that's probably pretty far away. And then here's the hall, the drab hall, what it looks like. And there you go. Hey, look, there's Sarah Austin interviewing Felicia Day over there. Let's walk that way. Let's just keep streaming for a bit, and let's see if we can... Oh, your phone's ringing again. Check this out. A little bonus at the end of the stream.